Hi, I'm Jessica Murray in the Financial Aid Office. I've been working for the university for a little over 6 years, and I've been a student employee supervisor for almost a year. Well, I'd say the number one thing that we're looking for is punctuality. We obviously have our office open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, so we got to have someone here to have that first question at 8 a.m. and someone here to help us with that last question, usually right at 5 or 4:59. So punctuality is an important thing. The other thing is personality. In our office, we have several student employees that work on a daily basis. A lot of times when we're hiring, we're just hiring one or two positions, so we try to find someone that vibes well with the rest of the office. So someone that, can laugh a little. In our office, it's highly trafficked most of the time, and so we need those kind of times where we can just sit back, kind of relax, and kind of hear some funny stories or take our mind off of the busy times. I'd say just getting to know the students. The students are just amazing to me. They are all of a different personality, and they all bring something different to the table. And so it's always just interesting to me to hear their stories, and just really, show us their different sides to each one of them. So that's always the fun part. I would say the number one thing, when we put positions out there, I know in our office that we get lots and lots of applications for them, and they all start to look about the same. So my number one thing is make your application stand out, whether that be adding, a resume to it or adding something else to that, just so it stands out a little bit, because when they all start coming in, they all start to look alike. The second thing is, I would say be persistent. I can give you an example. I had a student that we just employed a couple months ago. He was very diligent about, after he submitted his application, he called and checked with me to make sure I had it. After we had interviews, he called and checked with me to see if he needed to send me anything else. So needless to say, that student got the position, but being persistent, I think, is a huge aspect. I have one word for you, and that is lost. Our students do so much for our office, and the reason I say that is because we have we have 8 staff people in our office, and they each pretty much do their own piece of the financial aid pie, per se. And so our students, what they do is they have a general knowledge of all of those pieces. So without them, and they're kind of our first go-getters. I mean, when students come in here, or parents or people are calling on the phones, they are the first line of defense. And so they have a very good general broad base of knowledge. And of course, if they have to, go to that specific staff person and get more additional information, they can always do that. But they are the first line of defense. So they usually know all of the general information that with our office. And we would definitely be lost without them.